Signs of the last days, personal and social, first stage of the last time. In the hadith quoted below, it is revealed as a sign of the end that mosques and Islamic schools will be made into places used only as social gatherings. A time will come upon people in which they will use the masjid as a pavilion, a meeting place, narrated by Hassan radiallahu ta'ala anhu. In the end times, people will appear who read the Qur'an for profit rather than to gain Allah's approval. Let him who reads the Qur'an ask his reward from Allah, because in the final times there will be many people who read the Qur'an and seek their reward from other people. Tirmidhi. It is also a sign that the Quran will be read only for pleasure, just like a song. When the Quran is read as if singing a song, and when a person is esteemed for reading in that way, even though he is not knowledged. Al-Tabrani, Al-Kabir. Some people who will be recognized as Muslims will have a warped understanding of faith, while some will believe that the stars can grant knowledge of the future. This is another indication of the end times. The hour will come when people believe in the stars and reject al-Qadar, the divine decree of destiny. Al-Haythami Kitab al-Fitan. Despite the fact that Allah has forbidden the taking of interest, it is practiced openly. In one hadith, this is revealed as one of the signs. Undoubtedly, a period will come upon people wherein not a single person will be saved from indulging in interest. If anyone avers direct indulgence in interest, yet he will not escape from the smoke thereof. Its effects will somehow reach him. Narrated by Abu Huraira. Another among the signs of the end time is that the pilgrimage will be made for the sake of travel, business, ostentation, or begging. Such a time will come when the rich go on pilgrimage for purposes of travel, the comfortably off for business, the wise for boasting and outward show, and the poor to beg. Narrated by Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Social deterioration. A serious problem that people face today is the disintegration of the social fabric of societies. The collapse is discernible in various ways: broken families, the increase in divorce, and illegitimate births naturally lead to the destruction of the institution of the family. Stress and anxiety, unhappiness, worry, and chaos turn the lives of many people into a real nightmare. People living in a spiritual void looking for a way out of their depression fall into a black mire of alcohol or drugs. Some who think that there is no solution to be found consider suicide as a way out. One of the striking marks of social decline is the huge increase in illicit activities. The level of crime has reached proportions that astound even experts. The report Universal Crime and Justice, prepared by the United Nations International Crime Prevention Center, contains a general ap- appres- ap- appraisal of crime throughout the world. Basically, as in the 1980s, the crime rate continued to rise in the 1990s. Everywhere in the world, in a 5 year period, two-thirds of the people living in large cities have been the target at least once of a criminal action. All over the world, the odds of being the target of a serious crime, robbery, sexual crimes, assault, are 1 in 5. Regardless of the area, crimes against property and crimes of violence committed by youth have both had economic ramifications. The number of types of illicit drugs has increased and their nature diversified in recent years. United Nations Office for Drug Control and Crime Prevention Global Report on Crime and Justice 1999. Actually, all this is not surprising. The causes of such a social phenomenon are clearly related in the Quran in the accounts of past societies. Social deteriorations and all the various problems associated with it are the inevitable result of human beings forgetting Allah and the purposes of their creation, and their abandoning religion and its spiritual values. The aspects of this social deterioration we see happening so prevalently today were predicted by the Prophet ﷺ 14 centuries ago. Allah's Messenger ﷺ described the end times as when people suffer strife and social upheaval. Ahmad Dia al-Din al-Kamush Khanavi Ramuz al-Hadid. The following are the hadiths relevant to its first phase. It can be understood from the hadith that the increase in the amount of able people, the fact those people regarded as trustworthy are liars, and the fact that some who are regarded as liars are actually trustworthy, are characteristics of the end times. There will be years of deceit in which a truthful person will be disbelieved and a liar will be believed. Ibn Kathir. The time will be years of confusion. People will believe a liar and disbelieve one who tells the truth. People will distrust one who is trustworthy and trust one who is treacherous. Ahmed. The day of judgment will not come until the very lowest people are the happiest. Tirmidhi. One hadith reveals that there will be few trustworthy people and little money earned according to the rules and laws of our religion. In the end times, people will be carrying out their trade, but hardly will there be a trustworthy person. Bukhari and Muslim. Truthful testimony will be neglected, while false testimony and slander will be widespread. This is yet another sign. Verily, in the presence of the last hour, there would be false testimony and concealing evidence. Ahmed Hakim. There will be false accusation of unchastity and slander. Tirmidhi. To get new episodes, click subscribe button.